Christmas used to be about church, candlelight, and community feasts. Now it's about this. Trolleys, shipping deadlines, discount codes, limited time offers that somehow last 3 weeks. We went from peace on earth and goodwill to all to buy one get one free. And the wildest part? This wasn't inevitable. It was engineered by authors, by department stores, by Coca-Cola. So how did consumerism take over Christmas? Well, it's a story of nostalgia that never existed, marketing psychology, and one very thirsty man in a red suit. Long before Christmas became commercial, it wasn't even considered special. If anything, Easter was the primary celebration. Early Christmas was kind of chaotic. In medieval Europe, Christmas looked more like a loud winter festival. Feasting, drinking, games, people going door to door asking for food or money. It was closer to Mardi Gras mixed with Halloween than the quiet family holiday we know today. There was no piles of presents, no decorated living rooms, and definitely no Mariah Carey.
May I say, I never called myself the Queen of Christmas. Can we please be clear?
Christmas wasn't about presents. It was about surviving winter together. Community, not consumption. But one story was about to rewrite everything. In 1843, Charles Dickens publishes A Christmas Carol. One book about generosity, family, and a cranky guy yelling at ghosts, permanently reshaped the holiday. Dickens emphasised family, not drunken partying, warmth, not chaos, giving, not demanding. It wasn't about buying gifts, it was about being a gift. But Dickens accidentally created demand. People wanted a Dickens-style Christmas. Victorians thought they were reviving an ancient Christmas tradition, but they were actually inventing a new one. Department stores saw this as a golden opportunity, a chance to turn warm feelings into cold cash. By the late 1800s, factories were pumping out toys cheaply. Mass production meant gifts didn't have to be handmade, they could be bought. At that exact same moment, cities built something new: department stores. Huge indoor shopping palaces, beautiful window displays, and a genius idea. If we could link the warm, emotional glow of Dickens's Christmas to shopping, then shopping becomes emotional. Stores create elaborate displays, invented the first in-store Santas, turned Christmas into an experience, one that required stepping inside the store. A 1905 ad even warned, people who do not give Christmas presents are regarded as mean-spirited. That wasn't tradition, that's guilt marketing, and it worked. Before the 1930s, Santa had no universal look. Sometimes tall, sometimes short, sometimes green, sometimes blue. Then Coca-Cola came along. In 1931, Coke hired artist Hadon Sumblon to create a Santa who felt warm, human, comforting, and importantly, thirsty. A cosy, red-suited jolly giant who looked like he could chug a bottle of Coke after delivering gifts. No, Coca-Cola didn't invent Santa, but they created the Santa, the one we all imagine. Because Coke wasn't selling drinks, they were selling belonging, happiness, togetherness, and Christmas became the perfect emotional delivery system. By turning Santa into a brand ambassador for joy, Coke helped turn Christmas into a brand. By the mid-20th century, the US government made a key decision. In 1941, Congress fixed the date of Thanksgiving. Not to preserve tradition, but to extend the shopping season. More days between Thanksgiving and Christmas meant more time to spend money. Retailers didn't just prepare for Christmas, they engineered Christmas. In the 1980s and 90s, big box stores introduced doorbusters, limited deals to trigger urgency and FOMO. This wasn't just shopping, this was psychology. Scarcity makes the brain panic, add a countdown and people lose rational thought. Retailers realised that if they tied emotion to scarcity, people would buy things they didn't even want. Here's the thing, Christmas becoming commercial didn't destroy it. People shaped Christmas on purpose over centuries, which means we can shape it again. The power of Christmas was never the shopping, never the haul, never the receipts. It was the reminder that in the darkest part of the year, we chose generosity anyway. Give gifts if you love giving gifts, just don't mistake buying for caring. Because the most meaningful thing Christmas ever offered was never found under a tree, it was found around a table. So this year, instead of letting marketers decide what Christmas means, what if we decided? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.